Hours ago, this little girl was brought in to us and she was having seizures very badly. We've put her on medication and on mite treatment, and today, 24 hours on, she's doing a lot better. But as you can see, she's got a long way to go. She's only a baby. She'd be about 4 months of age, maybe 5. It's a bit deceptive because she's so underweight and so thin. She was being given away on Gumtree, and someone noticed her kindly, and they even paid for her, knowing that they could recognize there was something very wrong with her coat. So yeah, it's not great to have animals in this condition at all. It's not acceptable, but to sell them as well is just really sad. And thankfully, yeah, a kind person picked her up. Look how thin she is. We'll get her better. She needs a name. Can you put one down below?
Hi everyone, I'm Lynn from Cavy Central Guinea Pig Rescue.
Okay, so it's okay. Oh dear. So this little girl has come in to rescue. She was found on Gumtree, and you can see she's not happy to be held at all. That's because all of this is very, very sore. Now, as you've seen in the other videos about mites and mites burying deeper and how we can make a guinea pig more comfortable, I'll put a link to the video up above. But what I'd like you to see is what happens with this little girl. She's more frightened than anything as well. Come on, settle down, it's okay. Now, when she arrived in yesterday, she was fitting and having seizures, so we gave her immediate medication, and at the same time we also gave her ivermectin, which has started to work on the mites. So this is mange, and it's an infection of, it's a combination of fungal and mites. Now what I've just put on her is coconut butter, and I'm actually going to move that around ever so carefully on her coat. She's very frightened, but why I'm doing this is to get it onto the coat that's got lots of scabbies and scalies all throughout it, and whenever she touches them, they scrape along sensitive areas of the skin and make it impossible for her not to scratch. And the scratching can get so bad that they then have fitting. So you see, she's not fitting or having seizures. She didn't have the medicine since yesterday. But what I'm doing is just moving this around just to get it through the coat. She's going to be very slippery, of course, when we do this. But if you move ever so slowly, she will work out that I'm not going to harm her. And I'm not trying to hurt her. It's okay, don't panic, it's all right. Don't panic. And she is used to being in pain with her skin like this, which is awful. So mites themselves tend to disrupt the hair follicle, and the hair will always fall out. So they end up a little bit more naked than they started when you go through this first process of just removing lost hair. Now she's white as well, and when we have white guinea pigs, we automatically think of something called a lethal. She's very, very young, and you can see here her ears seem to be just changing colour. Now with Himalayan guinea pigs, they don't get their dark coloured ears until they're around 3 to 4 months of age. So it could be that she's actually going to have dark ears. Maybe it's grime, we don't know. We'll wait and see. We can also tell just from holding her here how thin this girl is. Look at the folds of skin and how thin she is in my hand. So she's very, very underweight. And no, little girl, this is going to feel so much more relief to her than waiting in bandages for the next week before she can be bathed. So if you've got a guinea pig that is really badly affected by mange, adding this coconut butter will help slough off all of the hard bits within the coat. Now it actually has antifungal properties. Coconut does have antifungal properties, but it's not sufficient to treat the fungal that we need to in this case. So hello, is that feeling a little bit better now? Yeah. Okay. And that's all right. We're going to add to it in just a moment some of our Malaseb. I'm bathing on a chair here because it's such a beautiful day. We're outside. Okay, so this is Malaseb, and I'm actually putting this into the mix, which helps break down the coconut. The coconut was used to break down the hard, crystally areas that are caught all over the skin. It feels like paper when you're actually rubbing these little white markers through. So thank you so much to the wonderful person that found this girl. She saw her on Gumtree. She knew that there was something terribly wrong with her. Oh no, little girl. Even noises can actually make them so fearful that she's frightened. I'm touching a particularly sensitive area at the moment. So we just want to give her, I know, it's better, it's better. There, want to say hello? Look. And you can tell this isn't pain because she instantly stops. It's fear. And people misrepresent this all the time. So she would not be sitting here looking about if this were pain that she's experiencing. She's actually getting great comfort at the moment. And hopefully the camera can show how red she is. If we look at behind her ear, how white her skin is, but around the red, how inflamed it is. So it's also really important that the temperature of the water you use is not overly warm. It needs to be tepid because her skin feels like it's on fire. That's why she's screaming so much. I know, sweetie pie. Let's see if we can just wipe that off a bit more. She doesn't want to be near the water, which is absolutely the case. I know, it's not nice. Do you want to have a paddle? I'm just going to try and get her feet, front feet in the water. There we go. Because I do want her wet all over. She's fearful. It's all right, sweetie pie. For a long time, people were saying this is pain from mites bearing deeper, and it's not the case. It's actually fear. There you go, it's all right. It's okay. So what we're going to do, let's look again and we'll show you. There we are. See? Fear. Fear of water. I know. It's scary. She's actually outside here. She's thinking, what's going on? Doesn't quite understand. It's okay. We're just going to rinse off what I've put on there. Good girl. Good girl. I know, you'll be out in a minute. We'll bundle you up. Here we are. Okay. Okay. See how she stops, keeping her legs safe, so she's standing. She knows she's not in the water. I hope I've shared with you something here about guinea pig behaviour, but also in management of something like mange, because when we remove these crusties, they'll feel so much better immediately. It doesn't treat the mites or the fungal fully, and we still need to do further baths, and in many instances we need to wrap them because, you know, they're so naked and they're still itching. We do medicate them for pain relief, all that sort of thing. But I just want to show you the foundational bath that you can do to help them feel relief quickly. Okay, so we've now got this little bundle here out of the bath, and you can hear she's not screaming, she's not unhappy, she's happy to be out of the water. That's great. So let's just take a further look. Hello, isn't she sweet? She's only young. But what we're going to do is use this moment just to wipe around her ears, because as you know, I've been sharing with you, fungal and mites love this area. So we need to wipe that out, again using an antifungal. Look at the relief she's feeling. Oh, feeling so much better, little girl. So much better. So much better. In no time at all, she'll be feeling good. There we go. There we go, much better. We're going to do the other side. So we turn her round, keeping her hidden away. because she's frightened. We know that. We've seen the fear response. I know, it's okay. We're not going to touch you. We're just going to wipe out these little ears of yours. Like this. I know. That little noise is like a cry. That's I feel like I've had a rough time. And yeah, she's not hurting now. It's a bit like, I liken it to when, you know, your child is recovering from something happening and it's like, boo-hoo, this is what happened to me, Mum. This is how I felt. So that's the sort of noise she's displaying in that. It's like a little whimper. Yeah. But again, it's not pain. You can see she's not in pain. So a lot of people talk to us or put comments on the pages about medicating for pain. When you don't understand the reflexes of animals well, then you can actually compromise their health with the wrong pain management. So yeah, you need to be careful with that. We also use hemp as well, but we have a really good form of it here. No, little one. So I'm going to put her with a hot pack now. She can dry off, and we'll check in with her a bit later. Actually, before we do that, let's just take one last thing. I want to see her teeth, because being white, we're just going to, I know, it's okay, we're not going to move you. I just want to, it's okay, baby girl. I just want to carefully look and see if her teeth look straight. Yes, and yes, you've got beautiful pearlies there. Beautiful pearly teeth. Okay, beautiful pearly teeth. So she needs a name, everyone. Pop a name down below. It's okay. Let's go and get you warm. Yeah, you can meet some other piggies soon. She can hear them. Soon she'll be with them. Yeah, you've had a bad time, haven't you?
I really appreciate that you're here learning more about guinea pigs, and love sharing information that helps you make their life a little bit better and your enjoyment of them as well. So please turn on your notifications, make sure that you have subscribed to the channel, and if you can give me a thumbs up down below, that would be awesome.